Stephen, first of all, could we get your reaction briefly to the club's statement with regards to the stadium closure?
Yeah, I've just obviously been updated on the statements and stuff, and I obviously back the statements that the club have made. It's disappointing when I think about it, that the effect that's going to have on innocent fans who go to the game and behave properly, and they're going to miss out on the chance of watching the second leg, which is all set up for an incredible match. So I'm disappointed over it.
You're probably, I guess, extra disappointed because you said last night how important the crowd could be next week.
Well, I still think the crowd will be important. It's a small section, but it's still not helpful. But we do want to send a clear message to our supporters. We're going to need them with us in the second leg. We need the stadium to be rocking and jumping because, as you see last night, it's a tough match. It's a tough opponent, and we predict it could go down to the wire. So every bit of support we get is going to be helpful, and that's the reason why it's disappointing. But the club have made a statement on it now, and as I say, I back the words that have been stated.
Just hope that fans now take this sort of warning and behave themselves.
Well, we've been here before. We've been here before, and I hope it's the last time we have to deal with questions in terms of fan behaviour. You know, we want our fans to go to the game, enjoy it, behave in the right way, and get behind the team. That's what being a fan's all about.
Stephen, obviously you went to a Catholic school yourself. Does it hurt you personally to hear some of the songs that are sung at the ground?
Look, I've dealt with this question before, and I'll say it again. We want our supporters to go to the game and get behind the team. We've got one of the best fan bases in the world. They follow us in large numbers, home and away, and they've got a reputation for being the best supporters in the world. So I think when you hear stuff like this, it damages the fans' reputation of having the best fans in the world. So all I can do is echo what's being said in the statement and ask fans and plead with fans to behave in the right manner when they come and support the team.
Will the closure have an impact on the team? Do you think it will affect their minds ahead of the match?
I don't think so. I still think the atmosphere will be really strong come next week. It is a small section of the crowd. As I say, it's not helpful, and it's disappointing from our point of view because we want as many supporters in there as possible. But I think once the whistle goes, the players will be fully focused on trying to get the job done.
Is it especially disappointing when the club have made those moves with the Everyone Anyone campaign, that this is still continuing to happen?
Well, the club are working extremely hard. We all are, players, staff, and everyone around the club. I think it was a really strong message in the campaign. Was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago? So to have something so soon is frustrating and disappointing. But that's all I want to say on it really, and as I say, I just want the fans to come to the game and get behind the team, especially the games are coming thick and fast. They're so important at the moment. We don't really need to be dealing with this type of stuff in press conferences. We want to keep the focus on the football.
How impressed were you last night with the control that the team showed in the first half especially?
Yeah, I thought we were excellent in the first half. It's a very, very tough environment. I'm sure Jack will back me up on that. The noise was deafening from start to finish. One of the best atmospheres I've ever been involved in, and I've been involved in football for a long time, so credit to the Legia supporters. But I asked the players to be brave and stand up and accept it and embrace it, and I thought we did over the course of the evening, but we handled it a lot better than the first half. We lost our shape a little bit down the left-hand side of our team in the second half. So it was difficult to get further up the pitch, and I also thought we lacked a little bit of cutting edge at certain times. Having said that, I thought we had the chance of the game to get an important away goal. Normally Alfredo in that situation, he gobbles them up, but hopefully he's saving a little bit for the second leg.
When you look at the noise and atmosphere that you see over there, do you think it lifted Legia, and do you think therefore when they come to Ibrox and the crowd's against them rather than with them, that you might see a different sort of side to them, that they might not have the same sort of energy levels?
Well, listen, it flips full circle now, so the fans will be behind us from start to finish for 90 minutes, I'm sure. Everything we do will be cheered. When you play in them types of atmospheres, it gives you a lift, it pushes you on. When you're feeling a little bit tired or you've been on a few lung bursting runs, the noise of the crowd can help get you to places where you normally can't get to. So to have that on our side should be a huge advantage. And I've seen many players and many managers mention the atmosphere and the power of Ibrox over the years. So hopefully the Legia players feel that, and the Legia staff feel that, because as I say, we felt it last night. But thankfully my players stood up and were really brave, and I'm proud of the performance last night. It's just a shame we couldn't get that important away goal.
How difficult is it to prepare for a game like Sunday's when you've only got effectively one full training session, I imagine, tomorrow to get the boys ready?
Well, we've just had a session then, and we've obviously got tomorrow, so it's 2 full sessions really. I know what you mean in terms of some of the players that played last night, but we'll still get the right amount of information to the players. They'll still know the game plan nice and clear. It's not as if we're going to try something crazily different, so the players all are aware of what the roles and responsibilities are in the team, and it's my job to make it clear as possible how important these 3 points are. We started the season really well in terms of the league, and we want to build on that, and we've got to go there and do everything we can, whoever's selected, to take maximum points. St Mirren will be tough. They've started the season in a good place. Unlucky to lose by Hibs, I thought. I haven't watched that game. And a fantastic result against a good strong team in Aberdeen, so I think the warning signs are there for me players.
You made 10 changes last week against East Fife. Can you afford to make a sweeping change like that against a Premier?
No.
Stephen, St Mirren's last 5 games have all ended 1 goal or less. Do you expect it to be tight for the weekend?
It could be. I'm not really good at predicting scorelines or how games are going to go. But what I will say is we played against St Mirren away last year, and it took a fluky Daniel Candeas left foot swinger to settle the game. They sat in there and made it very difficult for us. They were organised and they had a threat on the counter-attack, and the couple of games I've watched and analysed of St Mirren this season, I predict that they might do something similar, so we're going to have to be our best to win this game.
And Ryan, as a midfielder, how important is it when teams do sit deep to take the game to, push the team on, not just sit with the ball in the middle of the park? How important is that? Yeah,
it's going to be important. I think first and foremost we're going to have to be ready for a tough test, and as the manager touched on, it was every time we've played St Mirren, it's been a tough game, especially at their place, so we expect nothing different, and it's up to us to go and find the answers and break them down.
Stephen was talking about the atmosphere last night, and it's one of the best he's ever sampled. I mean, can you compare it to anything? Is it Old Firm-esque?
Yeah, without a doubt. I would back that up and say it was definitely one of the best atmospheres I've played in, and I think as a player that just motivates you even more to go and do well. And last night I thought we'd done really well, but there's always room for improvement, and I'm sure come next Thursday we'll be looking to improve on the performance.
You get through the next 3 games, 3 wins, St Mirren, Legia, and then the Old Firm game. That would set you up very nicely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it would. I think I wish it was as easy as that, but
Don't we all?
But no, look, they're all different tests. They're all going to ask different questions of us, and we'll just take one game at a time, and that'll be St Mirren. As soon as the game finished last night, the manager made it clear that we put our full focus into Sunday.
Alan McGregor was obviously one of the key players last night. I mean, how much longer do you think he can keep playing at the top level, and has there been any talks underway about a new deal for him potentially?
I think that's a question you should ask Alan McGregor. He's the one who goes out there and does the work. He's the only one who can tell you how his body's feeling and what shape he's in. On the eye, looking at him on a daily basis, he looks in good shape. He looks in good form. He's happy. He's enjoying his football. If that continues, of course, we'd want him around for longer than his contract suggests. But there also might be something in the contract. If he plays a certain amount of games, something might kick in anyway.
Have you had anything from his side that suggests he would want to stay longer?
No, but I haven't had anything to suggest that he wants to leave either or he wants to retire. So the longer he stays in good form, I'm pretty happy having him by my side.
Is he close to that?
Close to
That games target?
Only he knows what's in his contract. Only he knows what's in his contract. But most of them do push for this type of stuff in the contracts.
How's the squad looking ahead of him?
Really strong. I think it's more paracetamol for me because the headaches it's not getting any easier to pick 11s and pick 18s. So that's the position I wanted to be in, and I have to make tough decisions in the next 24 hours, basically, as quick as I can to get the squad ready for Sunday's match.